Everything on the play.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Fights him off. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, it usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. The drive will start with an option going left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down at the
Every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They're going option play on 3rd down. This is out quickly to the right, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He completes it to Bryant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
3 yards. And the Browns first down.
Mayfield off the play fake. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tight end Harrison Bryant, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Going deep here for Bryant. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike spot forward, Mike.
To throw again. Jackson. Back to Brown, this time complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Open man is Duvernay.
Jackson's pass.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tight end Harrison Bryant, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Delpit on the coverage.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he's out right at the 25. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So the loss of a yard, and now second and 11 from the 24-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 76 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Ravens 10, Browns nothing.
Just Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On second and 7, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Down Cleveland.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Buying time to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Jackson going for it all. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
A 45-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts.
An 8-yard pickup.
As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous.
Mayfield's
threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
54. 54. Pull it together.
On third down, Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 36.
On first down, Dobbins. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback, and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to wind up. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
To Nick Chubb.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Play fake. Mayfield. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it. No, he didn't. Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 44.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
He may try and run for this. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down, Mayfield again. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a gain of
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Looking long for Westbrook. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
He's brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Another run here with Dobbins. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson's going to look to run it. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited till the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson, option right. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
On third down, Levy. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
first down, Cleveland.
First down, Mayfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Complete to number 80.
Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
The kick is good.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Tonight.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Ravens, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way a little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way a little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
When I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. she's in the moment. Energy up, my body burning. And my stomach keep on turning. Stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it. You gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, for real. Lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find. She say I got sex appeal. I think it's 'cause I wear a fat gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one. To see it in my face. Get this when I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split. We on chat for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split. We on chat for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. King, snakes out, they hit.